I remember watching the digital storytelling videos during orientation and thinking to myself, oh great, another one of these videos? But now that I've lived abroad on a 4-month journey that has changed my life, I can appreciate them a whole lot more. Hi, I'm Simon, and this is my NUN Australia experience. After telling my friends and family that I'd be spending my first college semester in Australia, every reaction was the same. After the shock and surprise, all I heard from everyone was how lucky I was and how jealous they were. I remember clicking the accept button and paying the deposit. Then I blinked once, it was my graduation. Another blink, I was saying goodbye to my friends and family. And one last blink, along with a 24-hour plane ride, and I was here, in my new home, Australia. I've never been one to be scared of change, but the second I stepped off that plane, I realized just how far away from home I really was. The funny accents, the subtle but many differences in language, the driving on the other side of the road were all just a few of the immediate differences I noticed. Well, that and everyone was extremely friendly. I quickly made friends and moved into my new home at Uni Lodge, where I would be staying for the next 4 months of my life.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak, cow goes moo.
My friends quickly became my family as we participated in many activities that our ISAs had organized for us. Seeing koalas lounge around all day in trees looking absolutely adorable. A trip down to the Great Ocean Road with sights so beautiful they can only be found in movies. Going to and screaming my head off at a local footy match. And a weekend trip to Sydney to explore the city with just a small selection of activities we had to choose from. The most memorable trip, however, was during the mid-semester break, where I traveled to Fiji with 5 close friends and went island hopping for 10 amazing days.
What the fuck say? What the fuck say?
This experience wasn't all trips and sightseeing, however. Not long after arriving in Melbourne and after our week-long orientation, my first semester academics began. I was nervous at first because it was the first semester of my freshman year and my first experience with college academics outside of the usual AP classes that any high school has to offer. However, after I spent time in class and got to know my outgoing and friendly professors, who insist a first-name basis with all their students, I began to settle into a routine that balanced my academic workload with my social and adventurous lifestyle. Eventually, I came to love my classes and my subjects, and yes, even those 8:30 a.m. labs. The greatest part of the trip, even greater than learning and assimilating into local culture, was the service learning. I was lucky enough to participate in 3 major projects while I was abroad at Swinburne University: Walk in the Park, Boop Around the Bay, and the Melbourne Cup. I particularly recall Boop Around the Bay, an event in which the Bicycle Network organization encourages people to ride to work and promotes a healthier lifestyle. I recall this event not just because I was up at 4:30 a.m. signing in riders and handing out rider packs and numbers, but because the issue reminded me of the issues we face back home, and that even away from home I could still make a difference. Greeting riders with a smile and an energetic good morning as I signed them in might seem like I wasn't involved in the actual race, but it surely made a difference for the hundreds of thousands of riders who came early in the morning to ride their bikes all day.
Every time you leave, it hurts so much I can't believe it. Tell me what else can I do? I feel so far from
you. My experience and time spent in Australia will forever be remembered as one of the greatest periods of time in my entire life, and it's still only my first semester of college. I now find myself saying things like cheers, no worries, trolley, and even the classic g'day mate. I have immersed myself in the culture and along the way made friends that aren't just my friends, but are now my family, and have found a second home away from home. When I go back to Northeastern for my second semester, I will bring a bunch of new skills and abilities that my fellow Huskies on campus will not have. I am now a member of the global community and have had a taste of what it is like to explore the world outside of what is given and truly appreciate the world for what it has to offer. With this amazing experience in my past, I find myself waiting for my next challenge, to which I say, bring it on.